Lesson 87.1, slope formula to find the slope of the line that passes through the points -5, 100, and -3357. I've already been using the slope formula quite often, and I already showed it to you guys. The initial time we did slope, we plotted the points on our graph paper, and we did the rise over the run thing. If you have to plot these points, you don't want to do rise over run, because that's just ridiculous. So the slope formula, as written on the sheet that I passed out, the yellow sheet right here, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. One thing I want to get across to you today that I haven't really gotten across before about the slope formula is it could just easily be y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. They mean the same thing. Okay. The one requirement of the slope formula is whichever point, let's say I'm starting with the sub 1 on the top, I got to start with the sub 1 on the bottom. If I start with the sub 2 on top, I got to start with the sub 2 on the bottom. The order of subtraction has to be the same from point to point, but it doesn't matter which one you do first as long as you do the same on top and bottom. The reason why is if you swap the order of subtraction, you change the sign, right? So let's just say for some reason we have y2 minus y1 makes a positive number, and x2 minus x1 makes a negative number. Let's just say that happens, right? All right, and then I did this here with the same 2 points, right? So y2 minus y1 made a positive number. That means y1 minus y2 is going to make a negative number. And x2 minus x1 made a negative number. That means x1 minus x2 makes a positive number. The position of the minus and the plus sign changed, but the overall sign of the fraction is going to be the same, negative, right?
Yeah.
This fraction is negative, that fraction is negative. So the sign of the answer, that's all that's going to change if you swap the order of things. So if you change the sign on top and bottom, you get the same answer. So that's the one thing I haven't really focused on with the slope formula. It doesn't matter which point is point 1, which one's point 2, as long as you do it the same order. So which one do you guys want to be point 1 in this case? Point 1, and then point 2 is this one, right? So subscripts 2, subscripts 1, right? So if I apply the slope formula, y2 is 57. I'm going to subtract y1, that's subtracting 100. Then x2, I'm putting negative 33. Subtracting x1, like so. The formula says subtract, so I write subtraction. When I do write subtraction, minus and negative becomes addition. Okay, that is allowed to happen. All right, just keep that in mind. That the formula says subtract, minus minus means plus. If I work this out, 57 minus 100 is going to be negative 43. Subtract because the signs are different. Negative because 100 is bigger. On the bottom, negative 33 and 5 make negative 28. Subtraction because the signs are different. Negative because 33 is bigger. When you get negative over negative, that would be better written as a positive over a positive. So 43/28 will be the slope of this. Okay, again, assuming I had gone the other direction, if I did 100 minus 57 on top, this minus this, I then have to do negative 5 minus negative 33 on the bottom, plus, right? 100 minus 57 is positive 43, negative 5 plus 33 is positive 28. Same result. So again, it doesn't matter which direction you go, just go the same direction. If I look at these points here, these two things came from the same point. These two things came from the same point. The y's are on top, the x's are on the bottom. Those are the types of mistakes people make. People put x on top, you're wrong. People put 100 here and they put 33 there. Those are the types of mistakes people make. So be careful, pay attention to detail when you write them in there, and hopefully you get it all worked out correctly.